All right, guys, today we've got a really interesting one for you. We're out in Anthem Country Club, guard gated, and this is a 4,000 square foot home that has been completely and utterly remodeled. And there's a ton of custom touches that I can't wait to show you, including blowing out this wall behind me in the kitchen. So check out this intro and let's get this tour started. Let's have a property tour, shall we? Brian Lebo here, and let's check out this remodel. So everything in this entire home has been completely retouched and reimagined. We're gonna start off in the kitchen like we normally do, but first off, let's talk about this flooring. So throughout the entire downstairs, with the exception of some of the bedrooms, we have this gorgeous oversized luxury vinyl laminate that's in the white French oak that we're seeing all the time over and over, because the California coastal look is now replacing that gray and white motif that we've had for the past decade. Now, let's talk about this kitchen because this is where a lot of the remodel took place. First of all, let's talk about this island. So we have a Calcutta quartz, massive oversized island here. Just the top of the counter surface required 2 slabs to itself. You can kind of see the seam in the middle. Honestly, it took me a little bit of time to see where the seam was coming from. It's perfectly book matched, as you can see in the B-roll now, but a great oversized island. We have the waterfall return with a 3-inch apron, so absolutely perfect. And we'll get to the rest of this later. Now, this wall has been reimagined and reconfigured. In the original, in its inception, this was white cabinetry, but in order to reconfigure all the appliances, all of this has been completely replaced. So we have prefab, nice white shaker style cabinetry, soft closing, very nice. Now, we'll get to the rest of the appliances in a moment, but here we have a very nice GE monogram 60-inch refrigeration. Very nice. This is the only part of the appliance package that doesn't match. Coming down this area, we have the zline appliances. Now, this is every flipper's favorite appliance over the past few years. So here we have the double ovens, and you'll notice the gold accents for the pulls. What I really love the way they designed this property is with the California coastal theme, there's little areas where you can actually put these accents and designer touches to give it a little bit of warmth, a little bit more taste than the cold gray and whites that we've been seeing for years and years. Now over here, we have the zline built-in microwave. I gotta hit you with the ooh, of course, because I'm a simpleton. So nice and automatic. Now this is what we need to discuss. This is a massive difference from the original floor plan. Originally, this was an entire wall. So this completely reimagines the space. Originally, I believe this was just a cooktop, and then we had ventilation that was built into the cabinetry. But by blowing this wall out, they were able to construct basically another secondary island. And then of course it looks out into the dining space and the living space. But this completely changes everything about being in the kitchen. Instead of staring at a wall, now you can kind of look into the patio cover and that backyard. Just a much welcoming and just a better place to be as a chef and if you're a guest. So of course we have the Z-Line grill top, but it's a 36-inch grill top with the matching 36-inch ventilation hood. And again, just so much more open, much better place to be as a chef. Now back to the island, we have a nice farm style sink, and special thanks to the viewer out there that caught my last video where I didn't say how many dishwashers, but we have 1 dishwasher here. It's a perfectly fine dishwasher, it's brand new. Of course, it's Z-line, but we're under 3 million by a long shot, so we only need one dishwasher. So there you go. Over here, they put in a nice slider, which we'll see a little bit more of the backyard later. And of course, we have our breakfast nook. But we're gonna head over this direction and talk about how this area and space was reinvented. So first off, over here, we have nothing's really formal anymore. So this is our formal dining area. But again, this could be whatever you want. Love the chandelier above. And then of course, they put in this nice slider system. So here we have a 12-foot slider, very modern, very nice, gives us that ingress and egress. It's not a pocket, but still very lovely. Now, coming over in this area, now we have what, kind of the formal living room. Clearly this isn't super formal, and I love it because the proximity of this space to the kitchen is very close. And again, because that wall has been blown out and open, now we have an ability to have a conversation. Even though you have another space, the relationship's wonderful. So on this wall, we have the opportunity, even though this is the formal living room, we have a media wall. So you can see that we have electricity. So we can put another display here. So if we did have an event and we were entertaining, we can have a display in the family room, another display here. You can kind of keep everyone in different areas. We do have a 72-inch electric fireplace. Now, let's talk about this. Ashley picked up on this immediately. I'm a symmetry guy. I have to have things aligned on both sides. I don't know if we're going for a pseudo mid-century modern look, but we have asymmetry here. So we have our designer wooden slots for the accent wall, but it's only on this side. If we come over here, you'll see that this wall is naked. So question, am I the weirdo? Do you guys like this look, or would you prefer to have symmetry on both sides? One explanation is that it perfectly creates this little space for our wine wall here. So kind of denotes this designated area for the wine wall. So I'll go with that. All right, let's come down this way because this area is where the primary suite is. But first we're gonna check out the powder bath. So this is where your guests would most likely come into the bathroom. So this is one of my favorite parts of the house. So we have modern TFL cabinetry that's floating with downward illumination. But then here, this is fantastic. So here we have a gorgeous, gorgeous granite custom fabricated counter surface. And look at this apron. I didn't measure, but I'm guessing this is about 8 inches. It just gives it that monolithic look. I absolutely love it. We have all the plumbing relocated, so it's on the wall. Just nice wall sconces, just a really nice, useful powder bathroom. Really like it. And we're gonna see a little bit more of that counter surface a little bit later on. Now, coming into the primary suite, we've got French doors, so very nice for a more dramatic entry. Over in the bed area, very nice. We went with a little bit, it's very subtle, don't know how much it'll show up on camera, but we have some wood accents to create an accent wall. Sure, we could get a little aggressive with the paint to get some contrast. We do have 2 surround sound speakers for rear surround, so if that's important to you, it's already there. And then we have a good sized media wall. So here we have a 60-inch electric fireplace. And then of course we have electrical where you can put your display and it's perfectly across from the bed. Love that. But now let's check out the primary bathroom. First off, we go from the luxury vinyl laminate into this wet area, which is a large format oversized tile. I believe it's 48 by 48. Very modern, very nice, very clean. So like I alluded to, here in its original incarnation, I'm sure I'll throw up a photo here. You can see this was your cheesy, 2 vanity with a makeup counter in the middle. It served its purpose for the time. Here, reimagined, we have that wonderful 8-inch apron for the counter surface. We have downward illumination that just went out. It's triggered by motion, so apparently I wasn't moving my feet enough. And then again, we have the built-in custom fabricated seats with the plumbing relocated to the walls, lovely mirrors, lovely wall sconces. But let's talk about the shower, guys. This is the controversial subject. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you know Ashley and I vehemently disagree. She, like many people, love the bathtub and the shower idea. I can't stand it. Doesn't make much sense. But in studying the remodel, take a look at the photograph of what this space looked like before. The problem with it before is that this area where the shower is, is pretty small. It's a little tight for a property of this size at 4,000 square feet and 6 bedrooms. To have the shower stop here, it's just a little bit small. It doesn't feel very luxurious. So in this incarnation, I can wrap my head around having the bathtub in the shower because at least you feel like you have more space, more autonomy to move around. I still don't love the bathtub in the shower. That's for you guys. I'm not about that. But if you did want to have a bathtub, it makes this a really poor space. But they did a great job with this. We have a gorgeous, gorgeous large format porcelain here. And then over on this side, this is kind of funny. So we have 2 valves, which makes sense. We have our normal shower head here, but then almost immediately above it, we have a rainfall shower head. So it's kind of almost redundant. I will say, thank you, Jacob. You at least put the shower head above both of our heads. So we're good there. But this is just kind of funny because standing right here under the shower head, I also have the rainfall shower head. So look, if you want to test your ability to be waterboarded under pressure, you could just stand under here and see how it works. If you want to feel like drowning, stand under here. There's plenty of water for you. All right, we've seen the shower. Over here in this area, we have a very nice custom closet, very deep, very nice, gets the job done. All right, we have now finished with the primary suite. Let's go back to that entry area where we started because we have 2 more bedrooms on the main floor that we need to check out. So again, over here, this would have been a wall. We created a little more steps to this area. We have 3 steps up to the main entry area. The whole staircase has been redone, so we have brand new banisters, gorgeous volume ceiling here at the entry. And then as we come down this direction, we have a coat closet here. In this area, we have the laundry room. So it's pretty simple. Washer dryer setup. We do have an undermount stainless steel sink. So they redid this area. Again, the same cabinetry that we saw in the kitchen. And we have white quartz prefab counter surface here. And then of course, behind us is the garage. So this is a 2-car garage. Later on in the video, we're going to show you the detached casita. That can be optioned as a 3rd bay garage on its own, and the owner is willing to either convert it into a 3rd bay garage or give a credit if that's your desire. All right, over here we have just a simple, normal secondary bedroom. So this would be the 3rd bedroom that we've seen. Then over here, we have almost a mirror match. So here we have another bedroom to itself. And then of course, to service these 2 bedrooms is a full bathroom here. So here we have the full bathroom. So we have the floating, same cabinetry you saw in the kitchen, but we have a floating vanity, undermount lighting, undermount sink, relocated plumbing, beautiful wall sconces. And then when we come down towards the toilet area, we have a fully redone shower. So we have 12 by 24 inch porcelain style, a lovely hexagonal floor plan or shower pan, and just a nice simple 1 pane of glass to keep the water away. A perfect secondary bathroom. All right, guys, coming back into this direction, we're gonna have the kitchen to our right, and to the left is gonna be our family room. So let's check out this family room for a brief moment. Tons and tons of recessed lighting throughout this entire home. There's an abundance of lighting, which is super important to me. Now here, they've replaced the slider with a nice, lovely 9-foot slider system. Again, it's not a pocket, but this is a great system. We opened it earlier. It's freezing cold, so that's why it's closed. But I will say, having opened hundreds of sliders, this was actually one of the best that I've ever used, where there was no resistance. It was very, very smooth. All right, now let's talk about this wall. Again, we have our wood slat on the right side and not on the left. Again, what are your thoughts, guys? Would you want that symmetry, or is it kind of cool the way they have it painted with the gray color, with the wall sconce? You tell me. Now again, we have large format porcelain tile. The display will go right above the fireplace. And again, over here, we have another 72-inch fireplace. So this is literally a mirror image of what we saw in the formal living room. But this is a great space. Perfect access to the kitchen. If you're cooking, you can see the television here. You can also see the television in the living room. So as a chef, this would be amazing. All right, now one of my favorite features of this house is that it has a basement. If you know Las Vegas real estate, you know that it's pretty rare to find homes with basements. So let's come down here and check this out, because this is really, really, really neat, especially in guard-gated Anthem. To be in these types of neighborhoods, wonderful. Note, remember this door. Really neat, really important. Now, coming down into this massive, massive basement. Just a wonderful space. And like I just pointed out, that door, the door is important, because while I would make this into a movie theater for sure, let's say you have a bunch of children, it's a 6-bedroom home. This could be a dedicated place for all the children to just run amok, and you can close the door. So if you do have people here, you don't have to hear the kids screaming and yelling and going crazy. You can make this into whatever you want. Another option here, which we'll see in a moment, which makes sense, is you could literally make this massive basement into a separate dwelling, like an apartment, if you will, because you have a bathroom. You'll see what this room is, but you could literally segregate this space and make this into a full bedroom, have a living room over here, and a little bit of extra. But let's check it out. Beautiful, beautiful for the theater. But this is a great bathroom, especially for a basement. They did a wonderful job. So we have the same luxury vinyl laminate that we've seen on the main floor, floating vanity, white quartz counter surface, under mount sink, and just I love the shower because I'm boring and this is simple. So here we have large format porcelain tile, very muted. So this one's very simple, very kind of gray, just a very nice, simple marble look. And again, a nice hexagonal shower pan floor with a curb. We are missing the glass. Frankly, all you need is one pane of glass to come here. You're good to go. Very, very simple. I'm sure it's on the way. Now, check out this space. I mean, what do you do with this space? This probably turns into a storage unit, but this is kind of neat. They turned this into a dedicated office. So you clearly have a desk system here. Might be a little weird to work where there's no windows in a dungeon. It's kind of like the luxury Harry Potter bedroom under the stairs, but a little depressing for an office, but it definitely will get the job done. All right, guys, we have seen the entire main floor of the property. All we have left is upstairs. We got to check out this casita that I just alluded to, and then of course the backyard. So meet me upstairs and let's see what's going on up there. All right, guys, we are now upstairs. So this is a great vantage point overlooking the entire entry area. Gorgeous chandelier. But this is a very brief upstairs. So over here to your right, we have a very large bedroom, very simple, just it's a secondary bedroom, but very nice large window in there. Over here, we have our linen closet. They put white quartz countertop instead of having the typical wood on the top. Very nice. Over here, we have another secondary bedroom. This one has 4 windows, so a little bit nicer, a little bit more natural light. And this is bright. This is wonderful. So here we have the bedroom that services these 2 upstairs bedrooms. So double vanity, white quartz counter surface, under mount sinks, relocated plumbing, floating vanity, downward illumination. And then here we have the 12 by 24 inch porcelain tile that matches the large format that we saw downstairs. And of course we have a bathtub. So if you do have small children, fur babies, this is one of the ones that you can use. That's it for upstairs. That is literally it. So now that we've seen the main floor and upstairs, we're gonna actually go outside to the front of the home and show you this exterior detached casita. All right, guys, I may have lied to you about starting off outside, but I want you to see how you get to the casita. So from the entry, let's walk outside. So again, here's how you walk up to the house. We have these lovely pavers to create the entry walk up to the house. Nice water feature for the fountain. And this here would be the 3rd bay garage. So again, if this isn't your style, we can have this converted into a 3rd bay garage. Now, this place was an absolute nightmare. I'm sure someone loved the way this looked. I will say, pretty impressive that the wallpaper matched the comforter. I think it was the comforter in the photo. But here we have a fully detached casita. So whether or not you want to use this for like a mother-in-law, for a guest coming to town, This is very, very popular. This was massively popular in the early 2000s. A little bit less so nowadays. Nowadays, while they are detached, you usually have some level of ingress, egress to the main dwelling. But here it's been kind of restored. We have the same luxury vinyl laminate floors that we had in the main home. And then over here, when we come into the bathroom area, just a nice, wonderful job. So we have the floating vanity, white quartz countertop. We have a linen closet back there, undermount sink, and then we have a really luxurious walk-in shower. So large format tile, looks just like marble. It's actually porcelain. Just a lovely, nice remodel. What more can I say? All right, now that we have seen the detached casita, it's time to go check out this backyard, because what a lovely backyard this is. All right, guys. Welcome to the backyard. So first off, we have this embedded patio cover, which is part of the actual construction of the home. We have this gorgeous medieval looking chandelier. And again, this is a wonderful outdoor space to be. We have surround sound speakers out here. So nice ambient sounds, lo-fi music, if you will, recessed lighting. And then of course, they've built this outdoor kitchen. So we have white quartz counter surface for the top, nice 3-inch apron. We have a brand new 36-inch barbecue. We have refrigeration. We have a whole veneer wall of a rock, a little bit of a throwback to the early 2000s, but kind of transitions from the modern inside into this lovely outdoor space. Now, originally, this whole area over here was all rocks. It was very, very Spartan, just didn't really feel very intimate or welcoming. The entire backyard has all been replaced with synthetic turf. So there was a tiny patch of grass in the backyard that was dying. Again, everything has been replaced, so very water tolerant, very lush. I just love how just intimate and welcoming this backyard is. It's just a wonderful space when you're here live. Over here, we have the elevated jacuzzi. I love the radius wall that they built, kind of making it a little bit more intimate when you are in the jacuzzi. And then of course we have the lagoon style pool over here. So lagoon style, pebble tech, just really, really neat, really gorgeous. And just again, just a quiet and lovely and lush backyard. One of the virtues of buying a home that's 20 years old is all the mature landscaping. Well guys, that's it for this video. In the comment section, let me know, what is your favorite part of the property? Did you love the fact that they blew out that kitchen wall? What would you do with the basement? I really want to hear your thoughts on the basement. Other than that, we've got tons more videos coming, so be sure to click and subscribe. And special thanks to Wendy and Jacob Cheriton, my buddies who own the property and remodeled it, and they did a wonderful job. So thank you again. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.